A new Pokemon trailer means a new Pokemon trailer discussion video. There is a lot to say about this 3-minute trailer, and I am super excited to rip into it. If you didn't see, I did upload my initial reaction video yesterday, in case you want to go check out my live reaction to the new video. Additionally, I have a lot to say about this game's timing, as well as other development points, like the national dex, and just the general timeline placement of this game in comparison to release of other games in the past. But I've talked about that in the first Scarlet and Violet discussion video, so I won't be reviewing all of that again in this one. If you want to hear my thoughts on those topics, you'll want to go check out that video. Now, with that out of the way, let's talk Pokemon. I'm going to be referring to the official website a lot in this video, since it actually gives us a ton of info outside of the trailer. This is a true open world style game. It's stated loud and clear that you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, in whatever order you want, not dictated by the story. You get to adventure the way you want to. So I know open world games aren't a huge deal anymore, and we've seen a ton of them in the past few years, but for Pokemon, I think this is still a huge deal. We've never seen anything like this. Even Legends had us following along a linear story. Now, how open it actually is may be still up for debate, like how open the story really is, but it seems to me that the order we challenge gyms in may be open to our choosing at the very least. And of course, the big thing is the multiplayer. We can actually have real 4-player multiplayer experience with our friends, running around, catching Pokemon, trading them, and battling together. This is huge. It's a natural evolution from the wild area for sure, and a huge improvement upon it as well. So gameplay and structure-wise, this game is shaping up to be something really entirely new for the series. Real 4-person multiplayer and an open-world adventure that you can choose how you want to tackle. I guess I do have some concerns about the story, because I do feel like sometimes having a story that you can choose the order of freely can end up shallowing the content of the story itself and how things develop, like if the writers are trying to balance everything to happen in any order possible, but I hope they'll still be able to deliver a good story alongside the open world formula. Okay, let's just take a brief look at the world itself. We already saw lots of scenes in the first trailer showcasing how beautiful the world is, and it still looks stunning. But there's a couple of new things that we saw that absolutely piqued my interest. First, the new Pokemon centers. I actually first described them as being gas stations, but they're super cute on-the-road centers, completely outdoors for quick and easy healing while you're out and about. So it's almost like a gas station. I think they're really creative. Also, can we look at the ads playing on the TV screens? Is that a wheel I see? We'll talk about that again later. We also get a good look at the signs for the academy you'll attend in either version, and then later in the trailer we get a look at what seem to be Pokemon gyms. First, we see a green arena surrounded by wooden flooring and floral gardens, topped off with a beautiful windmill facing the arena. I'm gonna go ahead and assume this to be the grass-type gym. It's worth noting as well the set of stairs over here going down, indicating maybe there's more to this gym beneath the surface. We get a quick shot of 2 flags with flames on them, maybe being the indicator of a fire-type gym, and then we get something totally different in an arid desert area, something like bursts from the ground, and then we get a shot of a giant tower in the same area. What was that? I don't know. We don't really get a good enough look at the burst to see what it was, but it's paired up with the shots of the grass and fire flags, so it would seem to make sense that this tower could be another gym, maybe a ground-type one. It's definitely unclear since there's no indication of the tower being a gym or having an arena, but that's kind of all we have to go off of for right now. There's a lot of other little buildings and landmarks you can see throughout the trailer, but I'm not really here to hyper-analyze everything, so we'll move on from that topic. Let's talk about the characters. These professors have caused quite the uproar on the internet. And let me tell you, Professor Sada, she's pretty, and she's got fangs, and I might be picking Scarlet, to be honest with you. And right, and this guy, he sure is like, he's a dude. But like, in all seriousness, I'm sorry, but this guy is not doing anything for me. And that isn't just me like preferring the girl. I mean, in all seriousness, this guy's design is just not interesting, like fundamentally. And like, it's fine, it's serviceable, but it's gonna be up to his personality whether or not I'm gonna like this or not, because looks alone, he does not have my attention. They haven't really given us any details on the professors beyond the fact that they specialize in research of lore, but version-exclusive professors is a brand new thing for the series, so I think it's pretty cool. Aside from them, we did get our first rival, Nimona. She is described as being a very talented trainer, a very strong trainer, but she's not very good at throwing Pokeballs, which I think is a cute little character quirk. So far there isn't a generous amount to say with only 3 characters shown, but I think the character designs are promising for another great cast of colorful Pokemon trainers. I'm definitely hoping for something just as strong and well done as the Galar League characters. It's my favorite time, which is the time to talk about new Pokemon. The first new baby we got to look at is Palmy. This is likely our new Pikachu of the region, and I can't get over how cute and chubby he is. Oh, and those sparkly eyes are just precious. Palmy seems like it's based off of Viscasha. That's it. Based off a Viscasha, which I thank Bulbapedia for figuring out. It does share traits with chinchillas, but Viscashas are actually a member of the same family as chinchillas, which is the Chinchillidae. I definitely lean towards the Viscacha. I definitely lean towards the Viscacha for its origin, as we do already have a chinchilla Pokemon with Minccino. Not only can he store electricity in his cheeks, but he can also transfer said electricity into his paws, that can then be discharged onto opponents. Look out if you see this guy rubbing his paws onto his cheeks. He's getting ready to attack. Ah, he's so cute. I love him. Next, we have probably the most popular new Pokemon to come out of this trailer. The one, the only, Lechonk. Its name is a very cute and clever combination of Lechon, Spanish for little piglet, and Chonk, for this guy's chonkiness. There's no doubt this baby is based off a hog, but the specific origin could be the black Iberian pig. A detail I like is that Lechonk is actually made up of pure muscle. It's a pure normal type, but I can definitely see it becoming a fighting type when it evolves. I love Lechonk. Everybody loves Lechonk. It always makes me so happy when new Pokemon get revealed and they're loved by just everybody, unanimously. It's just super sweet to see. Oil so bitter and astringent it will make you flinch, and fine without eating or drinking are some of the funniest ways to describe a new Pokemon in a long time. Smoliv is a small olive. This is a very simple concept, but it's an incredibly effective one. This guy looks so anxious at all times, I'd very much like to take one home with me. I am really excited to see what this Pokemon evolves into because I think it has amazing potential as a first stage alone. The big boys. The big lads, the bisexual dinosaur, the robot snake. Koraidon and Miraidon are my favorite pair of box art legendaries in a very long time. Their designs both knock it out of the park so well, and I think they've made a much larger initial impression on me than the Sword and Shield dogs did. So let's take a look at what goes into their designs. Koraidon is very dinosaur and lizard-like. It pulls from a ton of different lizards for its design, but we can specifically look at the Satana or Sarada, which are fan-throated lizards. Look familiar? We can use these lizards as a design inspiration for Miraidon as well, just a heavily futuristic and robotic version of the same idea. But let's get to the real coolest part about these guys. Of course, everyone's figured it out by now, but it has to be talked about. They're motorcycles. These Pokemon are motorcycles. The big throats appear to double as wheels. I mean, look at the texture on the throat of Koraidon. It even looks like a rubber wheel. Their shoulders are like the handlebars and their backs look like seats. These are motorcycles. Even the legs of Miraidon are literally just rocket boosters for super speed. And the common factor in both their names is the Rhydon part. What does that sound like? Ride on! Yeah! Alright, Game Freak, you aren't slick. We're gonna ride these guys around. Remember that ad for a wheel we saw earlier too? I think these games are gonna put a big focus on motorcycles, or just vehicles in general, as a mode of transportation all around the region. I think it'd be really cool if the story had us catch a legendary mid-game and open them up as a mounted vehicle for the rest of the story. There is so much potential here, and I cannot wait to see what they do with it. These legendaries are incredible. Before I wrap up this video, there is one last thing worth discussion, which is the heavy themes of future and past in these games. It's everywhere you go. The professors' designs themselves just radiate ancient and future, including their names. Sada seems to come from pasado, Spanish for past, and Turo seems to come from futuro, Spanish for future. And of course you can't ignore the legendaries literally being an ancient dinosaur and a robot dragon, but their names also have references to those themes. Korai, meaning ancient, and Mirai, meaning future. This is a really interesting theme for version exclusives. As much as I dislike the 2-version model they can't seem to let go of, I appreciate them seeming to be putting in more of an effort into these games to make the 2 versions a lot more different than they were before. Well, that's about all I have to say about the new trailer. Needless to say, my excitement for these games has only gone up with all we've learned about them. What do you guys think? Are you more or less excited about these games than you were before? And tell me, which version are you picking, if you know already? I think I'm getting Scarlet, but we'll have to see if anything changes. I would love to hear all your thoughts, so let me know. And as always, thank you so much for watching and listening. Alright, see you guys later.